I have literally transformed into a completely different version of myself. I mean, there's the original. There's some original from the original, which is the original, and that's what's coming to fruition. But any part of me that was 3D once is not anymore. It's not. It's not important, and I know that. And I live my life right now, right here, as in the way that it should be, through truth, through love, through compassion, um, and not bound by the 3D world in any way anymore. Because it's not worth being bound to. It's not. It's not. It takes their freedom away from us. And I am a sovereign being now, and I choose to be. And it's great. I'm so thankful to have transformed into the person that I am today through my experiences and through God and through my celestial star families and through my spirit guides and through my angels and through my deceased loved ones and through my ancestors and through my elementals, and with all their help, with all the incoming energies that are helping us to transform into the original being that we are meant to be, our original divine blueprint. It's amazing. It is such an amazing experience to experience. I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. All the pain, all the loss, all the things that I've been through that have made me who I am today. I am so grateful for, because I wouldn't know who I am. I wouldn't be who I am now, and I have completely transformed. I won't put up with any of the 3D stuff anymore. I can see right through it. Would you do? I choose to embody a higher vibration for everything in this world, for Mother Gaia, for humankind. That's what I mean. These guys depend on us. That's why I chose to transform. Is because I see it. I see it now. And it's a responsibility. It's an honor to to be the caretakers of this world, to be the ones that can show love to everything and everyone, to embody virtues, to embody truth. It's an honor. It's an honor. Like, I love it. I love it so much. Like, I just love my life right now. It's crazy because I do. I just love my life, and I live in isolation because I'm still in the 3D world, and there's a lot of energies that are still bound by the 3D world in that vibration, and I don't want any part of that vibration anymore. I came out of it. I healed from it. I don't want to be part of it anymore. And so I won't put up with it. I won't. It's not honoring myself. It's not respecting myself. It's not showing myself love, and I can't show anyone else love or respect until I do within myself. And so I choose to be that and do that, so that I can be the example for the world, so I can show others that it's possible, that, like, to overcome your challenges and your hurt and your pain and become something more with it. That's what I want to do. I don't want it to be in vain. I don't want it to be for nothing. I don't want it to be for the 3D world, because the 3D stuff, like I said, 3D stuff goes quick. If you could take it with you when you died, then it would be important, but you can't, so it's not important. Anything in this world except connection. I still have yet to find my soul tribe, and I'm pretty sure I'm connected to them in energetic ways already, and they're coming in. I'm embodying my divine feminine and my empress energy, and so I attract. I don't chase, I attract, and I attract higher vibrations, and so it's coming. It's the laws of the universe. It's the ways that it works, or it's the ways that it work. Yeah, it works. I don't know. It's the way that it works. But anyway, it's the way that it works. That's what we're coming back to. Like, it's so crazy because we are about to shift into a whole different reality that is not based on 3D stuff at all. It's based on love and connection and unity and truth and empathy and compassion and kindness and forgiveness and understanding. That's where we're going into, and it's from a heart centered. We're living by sight right now. We go off of things outside of ourselves, and it's the dualistic world, and we're coming back to the 0 point to go upward and expand up it and ascend our vibrational frequency to higher levels. And it's for our highest good. It's because of our origination. Our original blueprint is from those is that divine. It's from those dimensions. It's interdimensional. It's ridiculous how awesome we are, the power that we hold. And it's not surprising that it was conditioned and manipulated for us to be stuck so we would not be in that power, because only God knows how amazing it can actually get if we realize and actualize our power that He gave us. That's, like I said, we all have our unique connection to God, and that's what ascension is our own soul's ability to find God again, remove all the layers, all the onion layers of hurt and pain and fragmentation of our soul. Like I said, this is a choice, though. We chose to do this because we wanted to for God. We wanted to expand out into the void. We wanted to create into the void and into places that have not been created and expanded in yet. That's why it's amazing and awesome to think about, is because there's so much potential. And that's why we have to do it for God. Come back to, and it's an amazing thing to come back to God in all the ways that we can come back to God. Like, He's the highest vibration, the highest, the fastest, the longest, the hardest, the best. To remove all the layers and come back to our original, where He is, where He's always been. We just have to believe that we have the ability to connect to Him. That's how powerful we are. Is that we're the ones that created these layers, but we did so that we could heal them and expand out and be creative in different ways that have not been seen before, have not been known before. The higher dimensions have the ability to see the potentiality in time. With free will, with all of us and all free will. We all have free will and choices. It makes so many different, that's why there's timelines, different timelines. Is because we're interweaved and interconnected. And if we make a choice, it goes like this, and then there's choices, and there's a lot going on in the higher dimensions. The timekeepers can see, like what the possibilities and potentiality are, even the highest potentiality, but we still have free will. So it's like, it's got to be like the best chess game in the world, man. They got to be making bets up there, like I bet you blah 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 is going to do blah blah blah. They might, because it's not a set in stone thing. It's not linear. There's too many of us, and that's the expansion. That's what I mean. That's how intricate and complex and amazing we are. Is that this is like the most, they call it the best show in the universe. Think of it that way. That's what I mean. Like, think about the higher dimensions. Like, if the archangels are watching and they're seeing us play out, what are we going to choose? What are we going to do? And they're just like, oh, whoa, dude, this is crazy. This has got to be like the coolest show ever. Like, for real, especially with free will, because to embody virtues of respect and honor, and to have free will choice, that you have to get. That's what I mean. We're His creations. He doesn't step in. He's not like that. He gave us the power to choose, so we can be empowered to choose with our power. Something cool. There's so many choices that you can make. So many. And just the moment. You know what I mean? And that's why choosing the best choice. There's many choices, though. Like, think about all the different choices, if you could, that you could do in this moment right now. There's so many things that you could do, and there's probably one that's better than the others, and there's probably, it's probably progressive in that way. There's one that's probably terrible at idea, and then that goes all the way up to the best idea, and then there's in between. And so it's not about good or bad. That's the manipulation. That was the controlling conditioning technique, was to make us think this is good and this is bad, and then just divide it in that way, and then we judge ourselves based on that, in an ego perspective and in a self perspective that doesn't consider the rest of everyone, usually. And so it's just a false way of thinking. It's a false way of being. It isn't true. It isn't true. You have to consider all and do your best. I mean, but the main thing is definitely do not hurt others in the way that you would not want to be hurt yourself. That's just bottom line, basic. I don't give a shit who you are. There is no justification for that. That is just the truth. You don't hurt anyone in any way. You can't save them from their own choices. That's the thing about it. And no one can save you from yours. Okay? So, I mean, it depends on what you decide to choose for yourself, for your own experience. How are you going to mold it in the way that you want, by honoring yourself and your power of choice? That honor, that choice that God gave us to be able to choose. and see what we do, and then and become intricate and dynamic beings based on our choices. You know what I mean? And it isn't, like I said, there's no good or bad. It's how, what kind, there's sense, it's so different and intricate and versatile in the ways that it can, that you can be. You can't have a good and bad. It just doesn't make sense because there's just a spectrum. There's a spectrum that goes from positive to negative, and you can go anywhere on that spectrum, and then you can choose another that's anywhere on that spectrum. And it's just so dualistic thinking of good and bad is just a bad idea to apply to your experience, because it's not true. And you need to live by truth, your truth, for sure. That's like number one, which is inside of you. It's the only place you can find it. Only place. Anyway, yeah, dude, this is fucking cool. Okay, like I'm so excited. See, these are mudras actually. This is a mudra. And this is a mudra. And there's tons of mudras. That's a million. There's like secret mudras I don't even know about. But that's it. Helps your energetic meridians, is what it does with mudras. It helps be able to align the energies to you that you want, because there's so many energies that are, exactly, that's what I mean, to choose based on the energies that you can attract in. There's this experience is so detailed, and so it's just so much. That's why you have to give it to God, because it's just, you can't expect anything or assume anything, because there's just too many options, there's too many choices, there's too many things outside of you that you can't choose that's going to happen, because you're living with so many people in an active environment. You know what I mean? That you have to make the best choice that you think you can, and then you got to let it go, because there's just so much, there's so many energies other than that at play that you don't know, that you can't control. And so it's just a bad idea to even think you can control or worry about. That's a form of control, is worrying, because you're worried that it won't happen this way, or will happen this way, or blah 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 blah. And it's like, just let it go. Know that you've done the best that you can in the moment, and that you have to be okay with that, and give it to God, and just know that God's gonna give you what you need in your situation. It's not based on 3D. That's what I mean. This is not based on anything. That's why this transition and this transformation and this evolution and this revolution that's happening into the age of Aquarius. We've already done it. We've already made it. But now it's just transitioning. Now it's just the fucking from hell to heaven, and it's going to take time, and time's an illusion anyway. It's all based on vibrational frequency and what you choose. And there's so many at play that you like I said, it's just too much. That's why we have to be here and be okay here first. You have to be all right here. And then it will flow outward, and the energies that match that vibration will come in, and it'll just, yeah, it's great. Okay, everybody get jacked up, because it's gonna be fun. We got to get over a lot of hurt and pain that's happened, but we deserve to have the truth. Anyone, I don't care. Like, see, that's what I don't like, anybody trying to save my feelings, especially because that's their perspective of trying to save my feelings. Maybe I can handle it. I don't know. But to me, bottom line, truth, I deserve truth, no matter what. And so does anyone else. Everyone else. Everyone else deserves truth, even if it's harsh. It's better to know the truth than not. You know, I'd rather know the truth than, because what makes me want to believe in a lie? What makes me want to go along with a lie? Something that's not for my highest good. I know that. And so that's bullshit and a lie, and I just don't like lies, because it trips me up in life, those lies. Anything that's not for my highest good trips me up, and that's the way it's supposed to be. It trips us up so we can realize why it's tripping us up, and what we need to look at to be able to heal it and to change it so that it doesn't trip us up anymore. I love you guys. I love everyone. I love everything. I love everything, like everything, all the universe, every fucking thing, the good, the bad, the ugly. That's why my ancestors love me, is because I respect the shadow. I respect demons and the devil, and because they taught me how to be the strength that I am. I include them. I include my shadow aspect in my power. I've integrated it, which means I respect the Shadowlands and all those that run it, and all those that are in it. And they know that too. It's actually pretty cool, because like I have beings that have actually been watching me because of the way that I handle things, and my vibrational frequency, and the power that I have accepted for myself to embody and to be. by conquering my shadowlands and still respecting them. That's what, so like I have different vibrational frequency beings, interdimensional beings, multidimensional beings that hang around me, just, and I don't even, I'm like, I'm coming to these energy, we're waking up. Like I said, this is going to be totally different than what we thought. All our clairs are going to come online, our spiritual gifts. I mean, the things that make us interact with our environment in a cohesive and harmonious way is what's coming online. And that's from the heart. It's not from the 3D world. We were taught we need to work 9 to 5 and got to make a paycheck, and and we got to, appease our neighbor and, look good to blah, 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 and do blah, 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 blah. And none of that matters. And so we're coming back, and we're gonna learn how to do it from here. And it's gonna fucking be like the people, the souls that are on this journey right now, that are doing this. It's gonna be a trip, like, because we become aware of what's going on and how and why. And so to see the transition and be in the transition, that's what I mean. It is the greatest honor that any being could ever have for God. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It is. It is. It really is. To transition humanity and evolve humanity in the way that humanity was always meant to be is such a great honor. It is, and that's why it's the forefront of my priorities, what I'm doing. I don't care about what anybody else is doing, because I have a mission, and I'm on a mission for God, from God, to do this, to embody this, to be this, embody the change for the Aquarian age. I came in this. I chose all these life experiences in this hell so I could come out of it and help bring humanity with. I've always been a humble person. I still got to keep myself in check. This is about balance. That's the crazy thing. And that's how fallen civilizations became fallen, is because their vibrational frequency lowered, and they started to believe in things that weren't true, and they cut off their connection to God. They put those blocks there, those energetic blocks. I was my lifetimes in the past, that was me. I fell, I fucked up. I was part of the people that fucked up. That's why I'm here now, to help bring it back to where it's supposed to be. And so, yeah, I'm honored as fuck. Dude, for real. This is so cool. For real. Love you guys.